Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast episode 789 for Tuesday, the 4th of August 2026. I'm your host Mark Webb, gamertag Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby 360G, and joining me today is...
Back again, it's Stuntmaster.
And still here again, as usual, Sunset Twitch.
And
Yeah,
that's
you've been
it.
here for years.
Yeah.
Apart from like when I was off for a month and a half.
No, I know.
Yeah, those were dark times, I must say.
Yeah, no fine fancy talk. Brilliant.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, anyway, we are back. It's been quite an interesting week for news again, actually. We'll get into that after the games we have played. Played quite a few games this week. A lot of a couple of games. I think we'll get straight into it, eh? And I'm pondering if you guys have even played the game that I'm going to talk about first.
I'm guessing no.
Probably no, because I don't play that much new stuff.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Halo Campaign Evolved. Have you guys been playing it at all?
No.
Oh.
It's not on the disc. That's me out.
So, so there is a disc version for PlayStation 5 and Xbox for this, but is the game not on the disc then?
Some of it is, but not all of it.
Like
probably about
2/3
10.
of it is.
The normal Microsoft thing, which, as much as everyone's slating off Sony, Microsoft is just as bad, you know.
Well, when we get to the news section, they might not be as bad as Sony in the next generation, but we shall see. Yeah. I'm really enjoying Halo. Now, I do want to preface this by saying that if you have access to social media, you would have seen that Halo Campaign Evolved has been getting a lot of hate online, an awful lot of hate. I'm going to say I have not played the prequel missions yet. There's 3 prequel missions that they added into the game that were not in the original. I've not played them yet.
Not start with them.
Extras menu.
No, they are separate. So on the main menu, you select them separately to play. I've not got to them yet because I've been playing through the original campaign. Well, I've got one more mission to do, and then I've finished it. But it's taken me a long time because I've played each mission twice so far. Well, I've actually played the first mission 5 times, but I've played the rest of the game twice because I'm going through it in co-op with my son and daughter, and I'm also going through the full campaign with What's My Tag and D-Twin from Discord. So I'm actually got 2 co-op campaigns on the go with two different sets of people. So that's why it's taken me so long. But I'm really enjoying it, to be fair. Obviously, they've made a few changes, as I mentioned last week. If you're Patreon, you would have heard me talk about it. I will talk about it again. Darren, if you can mute while I'm talking, that'd be great because there's some clicking going on. I'm guessing you're playing something. That's all right, mate. So the differences between this and the original, I'll just go over again for those of you that aren't Patreon subscribers. You've probably seen the videos or played it anyway. But if you haven't, obviously the biggest change is the graphical upgrade from the original, and obviously the Xbox 360 remastered that they did as well. It's all done in Unreal Engine 5. For the most part, it looks absolutely gorgeous. The graphical upgrade is just insane. It's everything from the textures to the lighting. Everything is just wow. The water on the missions with water, you'll see it just going over the wheels of the warthog, and it'll just be flowing, and it's really pretty. Like everything just looks really, really nice. I'm getting a bit of feedback of yours as well, Stunty. Thank you. But the other difference is what's really weird is in the originals, if you remember, if you can cast your minds back, there was no sprinting. There was very little aiming down your sights, like the zooming in, if that makes sense. Obviously, the pistol is the one that does have the reticule.
Yeah.
But the other weapons, like when you press the left trigger, it just has a little bit more of a zoom in than the original. But But with the sprinting being normal and the modern controls, it does feel like you can move around the levels a lot quicker. And what I found really strange as well is obviously my brain, initially when I started playing this, went back to old school Halo mode because I found myself instinctively, even though it's been many years, I found myself instinctively pressing like right bumper to try and reload where that isn't reload. It's to chuck a grenade. So those tweaks, are quite cool. But there is a few negatives, I will say, and I'm going to talk about some of the stuff I've seen online as well, which I find quite odd. So the first thing that is very noticeable is they've massively changed how Cortana looks in this compared to the original. And I don't know why they've done that. It's a very odd decision for them to make. I don't know why they just couldn't keep her looking like how she did originally, which is a little bit odd. The other change that I've noticed ever so slightly is there seems to be a lot more female Marines now than there were in the original, which is obviously a choice that 343 have made. And also, like, I've seen some videos where, and I don't know how true this is because I feel like a lot of the stuff I'm seeing online is kind of rage baity. In the first level, the Pillar of Autumn, you can kill the men soldiers, but not the women. Which is like weird. Apart from
I think someone came out and said like they've got a slightly different hitbox or something.
But there seems to be a lot of hate engagement against this, where there's a lot of stuff saying that the game is woke, and a lot of it seems to be centered around those things I've mentioned, and also in the new prequel levels, there's this girl boss woman who talks about, I don't believe the propaganda of Chief, and tells her Marines to not idolize him, blah, 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 blah. Pat, I think it might have been taken a little bit out of proportion. I don't know. I've not played the levels yet, but there's certainly been a targeted campaign against Halo Campaign Evolved in that sort of media sector and in the reviewing, like the review bombing on Metacritic and stuff. Whereas what I've played, I've really enjoyed, to be honest. Like, I think they've made a few good decisions. Like, so with the levels, do you remember with the library level? It was really confusing. You found yourself getting turned around a lot, and it was just very frustrating. Well, they've changed the design of the level slightly, so it's not as convoluted, but they've added, obviously, the modern...
It doesn't go on and on and on.
Yeah.
I imagine, because it used to take ages to go through that level.
Yeah, but it also puts a mission marker on every level and where to go, like a little blue diamond to funnel you in the right direction, so you don't get lost, which is quite handy, I think. So I do quite like that, to be honest. But yeah, as I say, I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad that they added up to 4-player co-op in the campaign, because obviously the original was 2 players split screen. So obviously I've been enjoying that with, doing 3-player co-op with 2 sets of people, which has been really, really nice. Obviously the game isn't really massively long because it's taken me a long time because I've been playing all the levels twice. But the one thing I forgot about it was how much they reuse the levels, because you kind of get to a point in the game and then you go back through a lot of levels, but they're changed slightly when the flood kicks in, if you remember.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I do remember that you went, yeah.
Yeah, which I was a bit like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So, for me, I think it's a really enjoyable experience. Would I pay 50 quid for it? Probably not, to be fair, but obviously it's on Game Pass. If I just wanted to play the campaign again, without spending money, I've got Master Chief Collection, the original campaigns in there anyway. But I think the graphical upgrade is absolutely fantastic. Few complaints, though. There is a few bugs in it that I have noticed, being with Unreal 5. So when you shoot your gun, you will notice if you shoot into walls, like the bullets can at times kind of stop in midair, like about a foot away from the wall. If you look at the wall at a certain angle, you'll see all these bullets just kind of floating in the air, which is quite jarring. And on the base PS5, Tag was complaining that his FPS was tanking to sub 20 FPS in certain busy sections. And that wasn't happening on the Xbox version with D-Twin, and I haven't seen that even on the Series S that my daughter's playing on. And I've also noticed people complaining about it in some YouTube videos. So there's definitely something going on performance-wise on the PlayStation 5 version in certain sections. I say I'm playing it on PC, runs really well, and it runs really well on X and S from what I see next to me, because my kids are using the Series X and the Series S on the screens next to me. But yeah, I think it's really good. It's one of my favourite games of all time. It's what bought me an Xbox originally, you know, like why I bought one back in the day, back in 2001. So it's hitting me in the nostalgia feels. I'm a huge fan of the franchise in general. Yes, I've been sad by what they've done with later games, but this is kind of going back to what it, you know, back to the original, what it was aimed at, and it's one of my favourite games of all time. So absolutely loving it. Interestingly, there's been a lot of news about this with how well it's sold in certain sectors of the community. So obviously people use the Steam charts as guides for a lot of things, and what happens is so what we've seen in the past is certain games that have also been on Game Pass have sold really well on Steam, like with Forza Horizon 6 as a prime example. So I don't know if the excuse of, everyone's playing it on Game Pass really counts for everything. And so what we've noticed with the Steam charts is they're not looking great for Campaign Evolved. It peaked 5 days ago at only 25,376 players. In the last 24 hours, there's only been 13,740 people playing it on Steam.
Wow.
Which is very low. I would expect a lot more, because obviously not everyone on PC subscribes to Game Pass. People generally like to buy their games on Steam as a predominant force in the PC gaming community. And as we've seen, as I said, with previous games that have also hit Game Pass, they have sold and done extremely well. So this is quite worrying numbers, to be honest. Now, it is only a single player experience. If it had multiplayer, which I don't know why they omitted the multiplayer maps from this, because in the original there was 10 multiplayer maps. Obviously they were only available to play in split screen or LAN, in a LAN setting, but they were in the original. Why they didn't chuck in those maps and this, like Blood Gulch, etc., I think it would have done a lot better. So those numbers are quite worrying. Obviously, they've got a lot of people playing it on Game Pass. There's also rumours, from what I've seen, if I can find the thing. Apparently, it's not sold too great on PlayStation, even though there's conflicting reports about this, because apparently it was in the top 3% of sales on PlayStation, but then other places have been saying that it's not sold very well on PlayStation. And I'm trying to find the link I had for that, and I don't think I have it now, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, I can't find it, unfortunately. It was in Discord as well. I'll have a little search through Discord shortly. But someone mentioned anyway. So there's conflicting reports. Anyway, has it sold well? We don't know on either platform, but apparently it only... So what I'm just going off memory, apparently it only sold like 1% of all PlayStation users on the platform or something, or all consoles. So it's not done particularly well on PlayStation.
So it's done about 1 million on PlayStation, roughly.
But then other places are saying it was in the top 3 or something. So I don't know which one to believe. I don't know. Obviously, I don't think it's sold very well on Xbox, because why would you buy it if you can get it on Game Pass? And on PC, obviously, it's not done very well on Steam in particular. But in my opinion, and I'm probably a little bit biased because I'm a huge fan of the franchise and I'm having fun playing it in co-op, I think it's really good. You know, I knew what to expect. I've played Halo many times before anyway. It is the same game, but with shiny graphics and updated controls. And there's those 3 extra prequel missions that may or may not be good. I will play them this week. So at the minute, I don't know what they're like. So yeah. It's cool. I've been Chivo hunting a little bit. That's why I've done the Pillar of Autumn level multiple times. It does have that replayability. So there's a few modes on there that they've added. So you've got, obviously, playing the main campaign. Obviously, you've got the 4 different difficulty levels. You can find there's loads of different skulls that change the gameplay mechanics as well. And I did notice that there's another achievement for playing through the whole campaign with this lasso mode enabled. It hasn't unlocked for me yet, so I'm guessing it unlocks once you complete it. I don't actually know what lasso mode is. I'm going to Google it, but that's another way of playing the game. Oh, lasso stands for Legendary All Skulls On, which is the hardest way to play the campaign. It combines the toughest difficulty with gameplay modifiers called skulls. So it puts them all on. That would be fun. So we'll be trying that at some point. So...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the other thing with the sales numbers as well is there is a time where if you have a bunch of games in a series that are a bit meh, we'll say, constantly, it kind of pushes people away from a franchise and kind of slowly kills it in its sleep.
Yeah.
And I think Halo is suffering from that. There's probably more bad Halo games than there's good ones at this point.
Yeah, and
it's also summertime as well. People aren't spending money on games because they're outside, aren't they? Because we've had decent weather.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, I mean, Halo's a strange one because obviously when Bungie were looking after Halo initially, you know, what did they do? Halo 1, 2, 3. They did ODST, which in my opinion is one of the best Halo games ever made.
Reach, and then
Reach was great. Yeah, Marcus, it's fine. Off you go, mate. Sorry, my boys just walked in instead of going to bed. You know, the games were regarded as some of the greatest console FPSs of all time. We couldn't get any better.
GoldenEye, basically.
Yeah. And then they just kind of lost their way after Reach. You're completely correct. You know, like with which one was it that tried to be like COD? Was it 4 or 5? I can't. There was one. I think it might have been 5, where the multiplayer was just trying to be like COD. Like you'd finish the match and your dudes would all be standing there doing their silly. You choose the moves and it would have like the top players like completely ripping off COD. And I was like, this is not Halo. You know, they need to go back to their roots. And unfortunately, I think Infinite, okay, let's go back. Master Chief Collection released completely broken, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't get into a co-op campaign with your friends. You were infinitely queuing for the multiplayer. It was laggy and buggy. It took them over 2 years to fix it. And so now, when you play it now, it works really well. And there's obviously all the maps from all the old Halos for the multiplayer. You've got all the game modes, and it's a really good time. But because they botched it at launch, it never recovered the player base. You know,
if you stumble out the gate, it's very hard to catch back up. It's like almost, as certain companies might find out in the future, if you piss off your customers, they're not going to come back. They're just going to walk away.
Yeah.
And it is very hard to get people back into something when they've left it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and it's a shame, man, because MCC is a great way to play all the old games and to play the multiplayer. Infinite, on the other hand, they botched the launch on that as well because they promised co-op. It didn't launch with it. And they promised a bunch of other stuff. I can't remember what, but it didn't come at launch in the end either. The online
they
was...
gave us Craig, though, didn't it? So that's all right.
Yeah. The meme that will live on in memory forever. The campaign was subpar. But the multiplayer was okay. But the problem with the multiplayer was it was that free-to-play model because you could actually just download the multiplayer set separately as a free-to-play. So it had all the skins and it has all the bloody loot boxes and all that. And then, unfortunately, 343 as a whole massively infected with all the DEI bullshit because you have, like, Black History Month, LGBT month, and have all the skins for all these things in there. And it's like, we don't want that. You know, like us normal gamers, we don't want all that shit. We don't want 30 different pride flags to fucking choose from in a Halo game and fucking LGBT trans skins for our armor and stuff. We just want to shoot dudes in the face. You know?
Is there used to be certain funding things out there for various things that would give companies a little bit of a backhander for putting stuff like that in.
Yeah, for sure. But it's just like that in itself ruined Halo a lot for a lot of people, you know. So it is a shame, you know. But
what was the famous one? Wasn't there a game that basically you couldn't have any country flags, but yet it had every variation of pride flag or something in it?
It might have been a Halo because Infinite's got it all in. But you know, back to Campaign Evolved. I'm pleased that they've done this, even though they've obviously messed up a few aspects of it, as we've already mentioned. Because for me, it's a great way to revisit one of my favourite games, but also it's a great way for my kids to experience Halo with me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when the original came out in 2001, you know, I was 18 years old then, you know. Never in my wildest dreams would I thought at 18 years old that I would be replaying that exact game with shinier graphics with my kids. Like, that is just insane to me. So, like, as I've been playing it with them, I've just been like, wow, like, this is just insane to think about, you know. All like 25 years later, I'm playing the same game with my kids. We're having a great co-op experience. And those fun co-op experiences that I had with my mates at 18 years old, coming around my house and playing this in split screen, you know. So it's got, you know, so I'm taking away from this a lot of the positives. Yeah, I can look past some of the other bullshit that's gone on with the game and just look at it like, I'm glad they did it. The graphics are great. It's a great story. Really enjoying it. Good times. And it's on Game Pass. So what have I got to complain about, you know? So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's great and been having a good time. So it's just a shame you guys can't enjoy it because obviously you don't have Game Pass and, yeah, I don't blame you for not spending 50 quid on it.
So much to play, yeah.
Yeah.
So much to play.
Yeah.
If it was cheaper, if it was like a $24.99 or something, I might have popped a go on it, but I think it'd drop anyway. I mean, if it does what like the Gears game did, it will probably drop in price anyway.
Yeah. So. Well, and the crossplay works really well as well. Because basically on the PlayStation, you have to sign into an Xbox account. So when Tag signed in on it, I could just see him on my Xbox friends list as playing it on his PlayStation, which was really weird, and I just invited him in.
That did put me off. Yeah, if I did pick it up, it probably would be on Xbox just because of that. Because it's just I can't be bothered to sign into another profile on another console. It's just silly. But
what's really weird as well is you double dip on Chivos and trophies, because if you play, like, you get a trophy and a Chivo at the same time, which is really bizarre. Playing the same, you know.
Is that the other way around though? Is if you played it on the Xbox, would you get the PlayStation, or is it just the only? No, it's just the other way around. PlayStation to Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Oh, people would be all over that then.
Oh yeah, for sure. When it drops in price, for sure.
Did it come out on disc on Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh, it did, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sure
it
did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
did.
did.
Certain games do. It's only been a few that have kind of skipped it, like Avowed and I think maybe South of Midnight and a couple of others from the old Hellblade that never got a physical, apart from Limited One, did one later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to go. I mean, that's been my most played game this week because I've been on, obviously, on the weekend, during the day, a little bit with the kids, and most evenings it's been this with the lads. So it's been a good time, and I've been Peebs on this, where I've had a walkthrough guide on my second screen on YouTube to get all the skulls, because on every level there's 3 hidden skulls, and 1 terminal to find. So I've been getting all them for everybody as well. So yeah. All good times. And the annoying thing is they've put the Grunt's birthday party skull on one of the fucking prequel levels. I'd only found out today, and that's my favourite skull. So I need to go and get that this week because it's epic. Anyway, that's enough talk about Halo. Stunty, talk to me.
Yeah, I've played. I mean, I haven't spoken here for a long time, have I? But I have actually been playing quite a few bits recently. I'm trying to complete games at the moment that I've had hanging around for quite a while. So I'll start with the first one that I just finished. What?
Tetris.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Can you finish Tetris? I don't even know if you can finish Tetris. Yeah, I finished it last week, actually. Silent Hill 2. I finally finished it. Yeah, I've been playing it on and off for a while, and then I got to a certain bit where I just got... it gets... the game's really good, and then there's a bit sort of... it's about 60-70% of the game, and it's really grim, and it's like flipping out. It's the bit where...
rotten and...
Yeah, it's the bit where you've got the house that you have to turn upside down and turn this way and that way. So you've got all the corridors there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was proper grim, that. Once I got past that, then it felt like it went back to what I was... Silent Hill was again, where you're in a house and you've got to do the puzzles, you've got to take this to there. But yeah, no, I finished it. It's I liked it, apart from the grim bit, which is probably why I sort of stopped playing it for a bit. Also, because you've got to be in the right mood to play horror games, haven't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. Really, really good game. I don't know, graphically wise, it was good. Sometimes it did some weird things with the graphics which weren't great. But then I was playing it on a PS5 back then because I've now got a Pro. So I don't know what it was like. If it had an upgrade for the Pro, I don't know.
I think they tried doing stuff with some of the updates that kind of made it look less good, but I think the Pro now kind of almost puts it back to how it kind of was.
But it's the first Silent Hill I've ever finished, actually, to be honest, because I've never finished one back in the day, and I've not really played many of the others. I think I played. There was the one on the Xbox 360 PS3, not Homecoming. The one after that, the one where the guy was was it in prison? What was after Homecoming? Someone's probably shouting out now. It's this. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
It was one where the houses are burned.
No, that's the new one.
Yeah, Downpour. Yeah,
Downpour. I love Downpour. Yeah, that was on the 360, wasn't it?
Both of them, to be honest. Yeah, on the 360. I like them both.
Yeah, I never played Homecoming, whatever it's called.
Which one's the one with the postman that you keep bumping into? Is that Downpour?
Yeah, I think it might be, actually. But I never finished Downpour. It was just one of those. It got too intense, and probably something else came along that just took my mind off it. So, but yeah, no, I really enjoyed Silent Hill 2. I thought it was really good. I do have the box set.
You've got another 4 endings to go for if you want.
Well, it said 8.
Yeah. Oh, there might be more than,
Yeah, there's 8. So yeah, I got one of the endings. But yeah, no, I'm quite intrigued now with... I don't know about any of these other ones because there's Silent Hill F and then there's the new one coming out. The new one put me off slightly because it's first person, it's not third person. So I was a bit like, okay, not sure about that. I don't know what Silent Hill F is like, but I've heard it's a bit janky.
Third person, yeah.
Yeah, that's third person, yeah. I want them to do either Silent Hill 1 or 3. Oh, I know what I did play. I did play The Room. I played a little bit of The Room, and that is quite daunting.
I'd love for them to redo 1 or 3, to be honest. 4, or The Room, was, like, really odd. Because it's like you keep going back to that room, don't you?
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, that was all I do remember. Silent Hill was you left it and then you come back. You ended up back in it again.
I'm actually wondering if that was kind of an inspiration in the way for PT, where you keep doing the loop and ending up back at the beginning, but things are slightly different each time.
Yeah, it could be. Silent Hill 3, does that continue on from 2 then?
No, you play like a female ex-junkie.
Right, okay. Just wondering.
It's all to do with their like inner demons, isn't it? And like their things from their past and that haunt them. But I think 3 is quite well beloved. Like it's probably the next most popular one after 2.
Yeah, I do have them on the PS2 because I've got the box set of all 4. All 4. Well, so 3. Sorry, 2, 3, and 4.
Remaking one? Are they remaking the first one?
Yeah, that's what I was told. They're making the very first one. Yeah.
Well, the only other we probably get to play it, unfortunately.
Well, yeah. If it doesn't come out next year, then yeah. The only other one I played was Shattered Memories.
Oh, the one on the PSP.
Yeah, it was on the PS2 as well because I got it on the PS2. It's fucking crazy money, but I did get it on the PS2 years ago, and I did play that. It was quite good. That was more psychological. That was you had a guy sort of talking to you and the rest of it, and you had to sort of say what you would do in certain scenarios. It was quite different.
There was one I had on the PSP that was kind of like an interactive comic book.
What one's that? Was that on the PSP?
Yeah, it was on the PSP.
Maybe that was the Shattered Memories one, but it wasn't. I don't remember it being comic-y. Don't know. Can't remember now.
No, you're thinking of the one with the girl on the sat on the swing, aren't you? Made out of ice.
That's
something.
Right. Yeah, that's Shattered Memories, isn't it?
Yeah, the other one was kind of like they did like one that was like an interactive comic book, and then they did one with Beta, I think, that was kind of like.
Yeah, I played that. That was awful.
One. Yeah, where you played as different characters, didn't you?
Yeah, that was really bad, that was, because I bought that and then I played it for a bit and it was like, God, this is really bad, and I sold it and I wish I didn't because it went up in price.
Oh, gutted.
Yeah. So, yeah.
There's a game I actually almost didn't realise that came out the other day, and when I was looking at the second-hand price for it, it's like more than what it cost new. Gravity Rush 2.
Yes, Gravity Rush. Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, there's a few PS4 games that's starting to creep up in price. I think it's because they're delisted now. So, yeah, but yeah, no, I noticed Gravity Rush has creeped because they also did Gravity Rush 1 as well, didn't they?
Yeah, remastered. So I'll try and track that down at some point. But I think again, that's like full price for a second-hand game.
Yeah, I've got both of them because the only thing is I did play. I know we're going a bit off topic here, but I did play Gravity Rush on the PS4. No, I played it on the. I've got it on the PS4 as well, and it was too crazy on my eyes. Where on the Vita it was all right, but because it was such a large screen, it was like, wow, this is like a real head fuck, as in like make you feel sick. Yeah. Where on the Vita it was fine. I didn't have a problem with it, but on the big telly it was terrible. So, but that's what I played.
Silent Hill Book of Memories. That's on the Vita.
Oh yes, no, I haven't. Yes, I know the one. Yeah, I haven't got that. All right. Back to you now, Darren.
Pretty much the same stuff as last week. If anyone listened to last week's show, the main sort of thing I've been tinkering about with is that Jötunnslayer Hordes of Hel, or whatever the hell it's called. No pun intended.
I'm just trying to find it on YouTube now. I can't remember how to fucking spell it.
J-O-T.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah.
Finished that this week. It's just one of those ones I can just put on for sort of like 15, 20 minutes and have a little blast through. And obviously, like I said before, it's like a survivor style game where you move a character around, kill the mobs that spawn, get experience points, and then put them into different skills that randomly come up, and basically try and turn yourself into a bit of a one-man army kind of thing. Really enjoyed that. There was one boss that was quite frustrating in one of the levels that kept putting a shield up that made them invulnerable until you destroyed the things that kept rotating around on the platform that he was kind of on. And unfortunately, they didn't have any health bars or anything, so you don't know how much damage you've actually done to them until they destroy before his shield goes down. And it was one of those, when you get like a boss or something in a game down to like pubic hair's width of health, and then all of a sudden they turn invincible again, and you're just like, he just couldn't die. It's just going to waste my time for another 3 or 4 minutes while I dodge all your shite and blow all your nonsense up so I can hit you again for that last hit. But yeah, really enjoyed the game. It's not massive, like with all of the stuff in it. There's only like 7 characters, plus obviously the Conan one. But I will say some of the god powers and things that you actually get are pretty interesting. And the characters all play nicely different from each other. So you've got like a berserker, a seeress, a ranger, who's probably my favourite, like a flame walker, does like fire spells. There's a dwarf with a shield, can't remember the name of his class. Kinslayer, which is kind of like a Valkyrie. And then Archmage, which basically sort of auto-locks on with like multiple attacks. And you can turn him into... Because when you hit certain levels, you've got a choice of 3 or 4 things that you can actually evolve them into, which give you different passive bonuses and make them play slightly differently. And he had some interesting ones. So it's like, right, do you want him to be a fire high mage, an ice high mage, or a toxic, like poison one? Sort of a thing. So... But yeah, having a lot of fun with that. I still stick it on every now and again to basically just play through, spend some time. Although I do laugh because it's just like a lot of those games where it's like, it's a 15-minute run, but they're not 15-minute runs because you spend time on like stat screens and looking at your upgrades and things like that when you're choosing them. So that all cuts into the time limit as well, or the length.
Cool.
So, but yeah, like I say, at the moment it's still on sale on PSN for like £8.50 or whatever it was I paid for it. So I've definitely said it was worth that price. I've definitely had my £8.50's worth out of it.
Nice.
And yeah, if it actually came out with like a physical or something, I would probably pick it up. Especially like with it would come with the Conan the Barbarian DLC as well, which is kind of like your last class. The boss at the end was pretty cool as well, where you sort of fight it and then it morphs into the previous bosses you fought as well. Like during, it does get pretty hectic at the start. You're like, this is quite tame compared to a lot of the other survivors type games. And then like you get to that last sort of 2 minutes or something in a round, and you're like, here they come.
Very nice. Right, guys, can you give me... I'll be back in 2 minutes. I need to sort my children out. I can hear them screaming, and I'm going to lose my temper. So I'll be back in a minute.
No worries, mate. Go out and have a ciggy and make a drink.
Takes the baseball bat out.
Yeah. Will you shut up?
Bash.
Yeah. What's going on?
He gets his whip out.
It's just like back in the day, we'd have got a proper Seb Blatter, like slippers would have come off, all sorts, mate. Back in the day, can't have that now though.
No, I remember getting whacked by my dad.
I mean, yeah, as much as like obviously all that did suck when you were a kid and you were on the receiving end, but then at that point you knew you did something proper bad.
Well, yeah, I did set fire to the carpet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was playing with fire. We had, do you remember the old electric fires you used to have on the wall?
Oh, right, yeah.
Right, I'm back.
Well, the electric... Yeah,
sorry.
Oh, I was just going to quickly say, the electric fire on the wall, and Yeah, I put a bit of paper in it, and then I was like, "Ooh, it's caught fire!" And then I dropped it on the floor and literally set fire to the carpet. So yeah, my dad came in, gave me a wallop. So I did deserve it.
Technically, you've done that in this day and age as well, because you've got to basically know you really cannot do that.
So.
Cool. Was it back to me again? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
cool.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Cool. What did I play? Oh, yeah, I played quite a bit of Battlefield 6 again this week. And I have to say, I actually got on with someone else from the community, old Ninja Rods, last night. He's been away for a little while.
I still remember his avatar on Xbox. He had like a giant Johnny Gat head.
Yeah, I remember that.
As his gamer pick and avatar.
Mm.
It's well, he's got a 3-month-old daughter now. So I said to him, well, he's already had another kid before that, but he's very recently had another child. So big congratulations there, mate. And I said to him, mate, I haven't seen you online in ages because he's usually my Battlefield buddy. And he was like, oh, I've just had a kid. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that before you had her, but...
Before you disappeared.
And, but in my world, having a kid doesn't stop you gaming, mate. So, you got to be a bit more hardcore than that. I was going to... Turk Monkey in Discord, bless him. I did say I'd go on with him last night, but I couldn't get on until quite late because I had to help the missus do some dungeons on Final Fantasy 14. So I do apologise. But no, still really enjoying this update on Battlefield 6 is by far the best update they have done to the game, primarily because the map, Tsuru Reef, is so freaking good. It is massive. It's a big island with a couple of little islands off it, but with the addition of like the old Battlefield games of boat warfare. But you've got 2 different types of boats, you've got 2 different types of helicopters, and you've got planes, tanks, motorbikes, your jeeps. It's just mental, and the map design is really well done. And the boats are really cool. So you got the new boat is quite a large one, and you've got loads of options. So you got your main cannon, which is very powerful, but you can also lock on with your secondary to any air vehicle, and you can wipe them out. And you've also got torpedoes, which are freaking awesome as well. So it ends up being a lot of fun. So yeah, been playing a lot of Conquest and a few other game modes on it. Quite a lot, just going on for the fun times, to be fair. And it's always better when people squad up with you as well, that, but I've just been jumping on it mainly just on my own because obviously, I think Battlefield's died off quite a bit in the community, to be fair, but I would like to see more people come on if possible because I always end up having a really good time, especially on this map. This is the only map I play now. I mean, there's plenty of other good newish maps on there, like Goldman Railway, that got added a few months back, which is, again, absolutely fantastic. But this map is so good that it's the only map I want to play. So... yeah, man, Turk's just in the chat now, and if you were listening a couple of minutes ago, I was apologising to you, so I hope you heard that. So yeah, definitely going to get back on it. Well, I'm on, I'd say most evenings. Just let me know in the Discord if you're around in the shooty chat room that we've got in the Discord, and I'll try and get on if I can, because it's just so much fun. So, yeah, absolutely loving Battlefield. Battlefield is, for me, back to what it used to be like back in the glory days with this new map and, with the size of it and the different types of vehicles. So, yeah, it's taken its time to get there, but it's so good, man. So good. Due to
the success of Battlefield, the EA CEO got a $38 million bonus, didn't he, last year?
Wow.
Well, EA's going through a weird thing at the moment, isn't it? So they sacked...
Just been sold, isn't it?
Yeah, so they sacked a load of the Battlefield dev team Then the CEO
being bought out by Saudis, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's done. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's going through. I think on Tuesday officially. So EA is going to be owned by the Saudis. So that's going to be interesting to see if they make any more pro-America Battlefield games going forward.
They probably will. Well, it sells.
Yeah,
they want to make money as well.
Of course.
Be interested to see if Mass Effect still gets done. So.
Well, I think they'll take out any lesbian or gay stuff out of it, mate.
That's right.
They've always had that as an option in the Mass Effect games anyway.
Oh, well, it'll be taken out, mate. If the Saudis own it, it'll be gone.
Maybe not the first one, sorry.
Yeah.
No, the first one was all right.
Yeah, so, interesting to see where EA has gone. But, Battlefield 6 is fucking awesome. So, just wanted to mention it again because I'm loving it. Loving life on Battlefield. Back to Stunty.
Another game I finished. I think I finished that last week. I think it was, which I've been playing for a little while. Was Star Wars Outlaws.
That's quite a long game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I'm not sure how many hours. Yeah, I mean, I finished it, but there's so much more side shit that you could do. I mean, I've done... Oh, no, I can't tell because it was on the old PS5. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was. I was told it was a bit of a broken mess when it came out. But I didn't have any problems with that. It was fine. I had a couple of times where I had to reboot it because things didn't seem to be working properly, but only like 2 or 3 times in a whole game, and I think I must have done about 30 hours in it. I really enjoyed it. It's quite cool. If you love the Star Wars world, you'll love it. You got the space shit as well. It was a really, really good game. I'm not sure about the character that plays the main part in it. I thought she was just a bit of an odd character they used. It just didn't really... I don't know, it just felt a little bit out of place for Star Wars, really. But the actual characters, the other characters in it, are all characters from the original Star Wars films.
Oh,
so it's quite cool. Yeah. So, like, you've got a character that looks like Greedo and, stuff like that. Jabba the Hutt's in it as well, because you do some missions for Jabba the Hutt. And it was really good. It has a stealth section to it as well. Quite a lot of the game, there's stealth sections. And at the start of the game, it was quite hard, some of the stealth sections, because basically if you mess up a stealth section, you can go guns blazing, but you just get overwhelmed. And it's probably better just to restart the section again than just to spend the next 20 minutes trying to see if you can destroy all of these soldiers that are everywhere. And if you've got the AT-ATs appear as well, you're really in the shit. But as you get more into the game, you start to level up some of your stealth bits as well, so it makes it a bit easier for you. You go to all different worlds as well, so it's like you do Tatooine, which is everyone knows that place, but there's some of the other planets you go to as well. Vader appears at one point. Spoiler, sorry. You don't play him, or you don't attack him. It's just that he's in it. But no, I really enjoyed it. But I finished the game, but I looked, and you've got all these clans. So you've got different, like Jabba the Hutt clan, you've got another clan, and you can do all missions to them. And you have to get your rating, your sort of like reputation rating up with them. And as you get it up, then eventually there is a trophy if you get them all up. If you get one of each faction up to the max. But I think I was done on it because it was like, I just want to play other stuff. I can't, I don't play as much as I used to. So if you play the game for like a month, on and off, it's like, okay, I think I really want to move on now to something else. But it was on PS Plus, so I didn't pay for it. But yeah, it's good. I recommend playing it if you do like your Star Wars and you like a bit of stealth. The shooting in it is very much like a what's the other Ubisoft game? The Ghost Recon. It's like that kind of style shooting. Yeah, so you can tell that because it's a Ubisoft game, it's got all the sort of little bits in it that are from the other games. The only thing you don't do is you don't start climbing these mountains, to sort of get to the top, to sort of put a flag on the top and see, like Assassin's Creed you do. That's the one thing this game doesn't do, actually, which I was quite surprised. There is fast travel in the game as well, which is quite handy. And you've got a speeder as well, so you use the speeder in it, which is quite cool. So, when you first get into certain places, you use your speeder, you can upgrade it as well. It's good. I enjoyed it. Recommend. And I finished it. So, it's in main story, as they say.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you've been banging out the PS Plus, mate, with Silent Hill and this.
Yeah, well, the Silent Hill I had to do because I thought, shit, that's been on PS Plus for quite a while now. I'm a bit worried that's going to disappear soon.
It'll probably go up, yeah.
Yeah, and I did notice it's still about £32 in CEX, the game. So I'll probably pick it up when it gets a lot cheaper just to, at some point, play another playthrough. Of Silent Hill, that is. So, I know Star Wars Outlaws isn't a lot anyway to buy. I think it's about £12-14, isn't it now? It's dropped in price. I don't
think it sold very well, did it?
No, I think it had a lot of backlash because I think it was really broken when it was released.
Yeah.
Which is what happens with games.
I did see loads of clips of like speeder bikes getting just stuck in midair and people constantly crashing all into like an invisible wall and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trouble is when a game gets that, it can really put people off. I mean, the only game that probably got away with it was Cyberpunk, but a lot of games, if they are broken, people just don't buy it or dip off it, and it then just drops in value quite quick as well then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's not that old to really be on PS Plus, is it really?
No, and that's just quite surprising, so...
Yeah. Cool. Back to you, Dan.
Dead Island 2, still playing that on and off.
Is that any good?
Yeah, I really like it. I've bought it twice, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm quite tempted by that.
The PS5 Pro version has like enhancements and it does look really good. Like, it was a decent looking game anyway. It's a game that could have come out today. Like, it is a nicely well polished game. It's not super open like the previous ones were. It's more like you're in sectioned off little zones you travel to, but the zones you actually travel to are pretty well detailed, and you can get into most places on them as well. And all very well done.
Was it the original Dead Islands? Because I remember playing the original Dead Island. Wasn't that in like Australia or somewhere?
It was set on like a weird island vacation.
Because they all spoke. Yeah, because they all did. They all speak
Hanoi or somewhere like that.
Don't know. Where's this one set then?
In LA, like it's LA.
Oh right, okay. Oh right.
So you're going through like mansions and sort of like the Hollywood Strip and like Muscle Beach, places like that, and it's all like overrun. So there's a good variety of enemies in it. Like as you play them, everything you do in the game is progressing something. So you're always, more often than not, either finding weapons or money or upgrading skills that give you passive bonuses across all your characters. Because if you decide to play a game with another character, you'll have all those bonuses from the challenges that you completed applied to that character when they go in as well. Their level is reset. But there's good build variety in it, and the gameplay is like pretty fun. And like I say, it's got just a good vibe to it. The only thing I never really fully got on with was the end boss of the solar campaign. I found that horrendously annoying.
Right. Was it where you had to run around and...
No, it was the old classic where the boss is there, you kill him, but he doesn't die, and then he tethers himself to something that you have to then smash to be able to kill him again, and then he'll run over to the next tether, so you realise then, like, oh, I've just got to keep doing this boss fight over and over and over again.
Oh, God,
until I can get over and constantly smash these other things so he doesn't get his health fully back each time. So it just was repetitive and annoying compared to a lot of the other things in the game. But like I say, it looks fantastic. Like, it is a very good-looking game. And obviously on most platforms, even when I played it on the Xbox, it was really good. But apparently this news is better reflection of that kind of stuff. But
I'll add that to my list. It's only about a tenner to buy new as well.
Yeah, if you can get hold of a physical copy at least of the Dead Island 2 Ultimate Edition.
Right.
It comes with all the DLC, and it's all on the disc. Like, the entire game is on the disc and all the DLC. Like, even though it says here, buy the season pass for X amount of money, it's on sale at the moment for £5.19, which is pretty damn good. When you go into the game, it just has all of that there for you anyway, straight from the disc, which is awesome that they've actually done it like that. But yeah, I'm in the last area of the game now, but I haven't sort of touched any of the sort of DLCs or really gone for any of the legendary weapons yet, because it's quite expensive to actually upgrade, because you can repair your weapons so they don't break, but that only applies to melee, doesn't apply to firearms. And I will say, as far as games go with brutal body dismemberment, this is like top of the list. Like, they went all in on the brutality. So it's like, you remember, like, obviously all those things back in the day where you get like Man at Arms testing a mace on like a jelly dummy, and it shows you it in slow motion in videos. It's basically, they've done that, but with, as Webby knows, like, you smash people's faces and jaws off with white hammers, send bodies flying, bits, chunks. It's very visceral.
Yeah, that Dead Island 2 Ultimate Edition is well expensive. It's like £60.
Oh, right, I picked it up for like 20 quid in a sale on one of the sites not too long ago.
All right, yeah, no, it's quite...
It has been, I think, it's on PS Plus anyway, isn't it? It should be.
Is it?
If not,
I'll have a look in a minute.
Cool.
But yeah, I remember playing the original... Sorry, I remember playing the original Dead Island. I think that was the only one I ever played, Dead Island, the first one. Was it Dead Island you could play co-op?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go. Oh,
yeah, because I think I played that with Mela. Yeah, I think I played it with Mela fella. I know I did Dying Light with him. But yeah, no, I do remember playing Dead Island. I quite enjoyed that. I mean, that's quite old now.
They did the second one. They did Riptide, which was like the sequel.
Yeah, I've got it, but I've never played it. So.
And I think you can get the original 2 in like a remastered double pack. Obviously, they're not up to the standard and stuff like the newer one. But it was so well done that I kind of hope that they do another one. But
oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is on PS Plus. Okay.
Yeah, I'd definitely give it a bash. Give it a bish bash wash, mate. See what you think. Yeah, like I say, it's like very well done. The little areas you go into, and you've got all these different variations of the actual zombies. So it teaches you again like what to do when you get to certain enemies, like you know what weapons to use on them, and also like you get like a zombie Bible thing that reveals more about what they're weak to the more of them you kill.
Cool.
As it progresses, but yeah, that mission we got pissed off with Webby. When we was playing it the first time, on the roof with the female influencer trying to film the video for you. Yeah, I pissed that because I knew what I was supposed to do.
Yeah,
because you just have to kill a bunch of zombies in a certain way.
Yeah,
until it's sort of complete. The worst one by far, though, of those is there's another one later on here. And even when you finish that mission, you have to like kick them off the edge of the pit. Even when you finish that mission, it's still non-stop, seemingly spawning in like screamers and like exploders and various other enemies, just non-stop.
It's definitely. Are you playing it on your own? Because it's definitely a good co-op experience.
Yeah, I'm playing for it on my own this time at the moment through the campaign because I did a majority of it in co-op, but I also did a bunch of it on my own, to work off challenges. Because you might boot the game up and think, oh, if I find and kill another 20 of those, I'll increase my firearm damage by another plus. And you're like, oh, I know where they're located. And you can, obviously, there's mini maps in the game which allow you to teleport between the different zones whenever you want. So you can always go back and revisit areas you've already been to because you'll get access to new parts of them and stuff as well as you find things and get other quests.
Is when you do co-op on Dead Island 2, is it like the Dying Light where if one of you does it, you then got to do it again with the other person? Or does it automatically...
as far as I know, if it would be like it would progress the story equally along the players up to the point of where they are in the story. So if I jumped in with you, my character's story would still be up to where I am in my single player, but your story would be at the start, sort of a thing.
Right, yeah, because I know Dying Light used to have to do it separately. You know, if you did one mission with someone,
you do have to play through like a tutorial for about 20 minutes or so before you unlock the multiplayer. You basically have to, I think, get to your first base.
Right. No worries.
Cool. Right. Is it? Who's next? Was it me? I forget. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Right. Okay. I've only played a couple of other games this week. I did actually finish a game this week, though. Shock, horror. It was a DLC for a game, Diablo IV, Vessel of Hatred. I did it all on my own. I was going to do it in co-op with Coopster, but we could never get online at the same time. It was sad. So I just played it all on my own.
Coopster is usually on from 7-ish, I think. He's usually around. I'll see him on. It's usually around the time.
Yeah, well, thank you, Clarky, for subscribing again on Twitch. I'm going to give a big shout out to Clarky, Turk Monkey, and Dazpoz for being in the Twitch chat at the moment as well, and for chatting away. Thank you very much. I know I talked about it last week, but I actually finished the expansion now. I thought it was really well done, to be honest. So I paid £25 for it. It was quite long. I don't know how many hours I put into it in total, but it felt like at least 8 hours, which is pretty, it's like the length of a standard game, right? So that aspect, it was good. And I'm not going to obviously give away any spoilers, but I really liked the way the story turned. If you've played it, you'll know what I mean. But it's just something really good about the Diablos where they put a lot of emphasis on the story. They have really good cutscenes, but a lot of the story is told through the gameplay and talking. The voice acting is absolutely fantastic as well. Top tier, I would say. And it's just that gameplay loop is really, really fun. I chose one of the newer classes, which was the Templar class, so obviously a completely different way of playing it compared to what I've played before. This is kind of I think this is like my fifth character on Diablo 4 now. So I've played all the classes now, apart from the new one, which is Barbarian. But no, I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was really well done. A whole massive new area on the map, which was cool. Really good places to explore. Did find myself getting distracted with some of the seasonal stuff on the map, but not for too long because the story was just so good. I just had to know what happened next, which is always a really good experience to have. I was really engaged with it. So, if you're on the fence with the expansion, I would say give it a go. The main game is on Game Pass. I actually own the game because I bought it before it even came out on Game Pass. But if you've got Game Pass, definitely try Diablo 4. It's a fantastic experience. If you have already played it and haven't picked up the latest DLC, do it. It is really, really good. The seasonal content is really, really fun from what I've played as well. It's just that gameplay loop, So, and the graphics are great. And there's not really more else I can say on it, really. It's Diablo. You know what Diablo's like. It's isometric. You're using all your moves. You're poning stuff. You're picking up loot. You're getting rid of loot. Making your dude stronger. It's a good time. So it's made me really want to go back and play some Path of Exile 2 again. So I might dabble in that when I get some time again. But just kind of busy with other games at the minute. But yeah, I finally finished Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. And it was worth the dosh. So that's that. Back to Stunty.
Finished another game as well. Game of Thrones, an older game on the PS4
one.
Yeah, the Telltale one. Yeah, I picked it up on disc ages, probably a few years back, and I just had it in my collection. I just thought, fancy playing something story game-wise. And, yeah, I enjoyed it, actually. It was quite a good story, you know. If you like your Game of Thrones, it's sort of set in between the Game of Thrones TV series, so it's like halfway through. You know, Jon Snow's in it. It's got all certain characters. Celsi, whatever her name is. Celsi, yeah. She's in it. The graphics are a bit ropey. I'd say that. It's not the greatest on some of the, you know, the little dwarf man. What was his name? I can't remember what his name is now. Tyrion, yeah. He looks a little bit off when you see him, but the characters you play are not actually characters that were actually in the TV series. Right. It's like a story that's running along while the rest of what is going on in the Game of Thrones universe. You know, you do get to a certain section where you find out that Joffrey dies. You know, you're
spoilers.
Yeah, but yeah, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones now, then you know, you're a twat. I loved Game of Thrones. I thought it was great.
So good.
Even the ending, you know, I thought it was still good. But yeah, so there's a certain section where you're doing something or other, and then you go, and then all of a sudden, there's loads of everyone's going, oh no, Joffrey's just died. He's just, you know, so that's the thing about it that I quite like. It feels like you're part of the universe. It's very Game of Thrones, as well as in, don't get attached to characters. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean from Game of Thrones, yeah. Okay. But no, it's good. I can't remember. I think each episode was about 2 hours long, and there's 6 episodes overall, which is unusual because there are normally 5 on the Telltale, but this was 6. The only thing that was annoying, well, it isn't really annoying, was that the last episode you had to download because it wasn't on the disc, which I didn't realise. So, but there we go. But you can still download it, so it's not an issue.
It looks like an Xbox 360 game. Was this out on the 360?
It was out on the 360 and the PS3, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and it must have been redone for the PS4, and maybe it was on the Xbox One as well. Who knows? Graphically wise, yeah, it's a bit shoddy on that, but, I mean, to be honest, you're playing it for the story, you're not playing it for the graphics anyway. Yeah. There's no stupid things in it where you've got to backtrack on yourself, as in, like, finish the game, then backtrack. It's one complete playthrough to get the trophies. Whereas like the Wolf Among Us, you've got to play the game, then you've got to go back and do certain sections to get the full platinum. So, which I know because I've done it on both. So, yeah, that's it on that one.
Cool. Darren?
Space Marine 2 had an update this week, so I've been playing quite a bit of that. Unfortunately, the update broke some of the things online.
Okay.
So you get like obviously the weekly missions where you have like randomizers and stuff, and on some of them it'll be like, oh, you can't actually heal any contested hell. And there are no stims on the level, but don't worry, you start with 10, or each player starts with 10. Right. And you're like, yeah, that's fair enough. And then you'll get into the map, and like it'll be like, oh, none of us have got any stims, and there's no stims on the level, so you can't heal.
Oh, mate.
Like the only way to get around it is obviously have someone who's got a bulwark, basically.
Yeah.
Who can place his flag when you're executing someone. But then again, I don't even know if that actually worked.
Is this still a popular game? Like, you know, you get in with randoms?
There's a lot of people that still play it. Yeah, I play it regularly, like every day. Well, I'm generally sort of like playing it. They release like new champion pack as well for the salamanders and a raptors armor set.
Wow.
So obviously the aesthetics as well, with a bunch of new heroic weapons for certain characters and classes.
Nice. Good times. You still playing it with a friend, are you? Like a mate?
PvP maps. Yeah, I'm just playing it with like my mate I usually pop down and see every now and again, and someone else online. I think he lives in Europe somewhere.
Nice. That's good. Good times.
Yeah, usually like challenging ourselves, getting absolutely devastated by some of the like I say, the most craziest mode in that game is Siege.
Yeah.
It's just if you've never actually done it, we'll have to try and get on it at some point.
Just yeah, so I can show
you what that mode is actually like.
I still have it installed.
Like really, it's going.
I still haven't played it in fucking ages, mate. To be honest,
obviously, beware it's had an update, and if it doesn't update automatically.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Good to see it's still alive. 2 years, I think it's been out now, so that's pretty impressive. Fantastic. I haven't actually played anything else apart from Final Fantasy 14, so I don't really think people want to talk about that. Hear me talk about that again. So, anything else from either of you two before I hit the news and the Discord questions?
Not outside of the things I usually play, like TE, service stuff.
Stunny? He's muted himself.
Sorry. I'm talking and no one's listening. Nothing to talk about. I've got stuff on the go, but nothing I'll talk about today. So that's it.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. I'm going to do Discord questions before I forget, because I'm a forgetful guy. Oka from the Discord community says, what do you think is next for Bungie, with Destiny coming to an end and the failure of Marathon?
They need to go back to doing either like a campaign Halo style game again, but with a multiplayer, you know. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple of things could happen with Bungie. One, everyone just quits and they start up another studio. Sony shut them down and cut their losses, or they go independent or get sold. Because I don't think Marathon is making them any money. I mean, the player numbers on that are dismal. Absolutely dismal. On all platforms. So I just don't...
when did it last have new content?
Not that long ago, because I remember they did that 3 week and they extended it by... It was nearly two weeks, so they put a PvE mode in it. Not that long ago, and if you look at the numbers I've just put on screen now... In the last 24 hours, it's only had 6,176 players on PC. And I can't imagine the numbers are going to be any bigger on PlayStation or Xbox, which is pretty terrible.
PC's the lead platform for that game, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So that's not good, is it? You know?
No.
So, shame, really. So thank you for the question, Oka. I was actually quite surprised to see people randomly putting questions in the questions chat in Discord, because I haven't had any in there for ages. So kind of had given up on it. And then I saw Stunty started a thread in it.
I didn't even realise I didn't even know I was going to be on.
Yeah, so Stunty put in, which Halo game is the best? Tag actually put an order in there, so I want to read them out.
Oh, no, he went into an essay.
Yeah, his favourite is ODST. Second, his best campaign is Halo ODST. Best multiplayer, Halo 2. Best cop experience, OG Halo. Best ending, Reach. Basically, every game before 343 took over. It's hard to argue with him, to be honest. Because ODST is my favourite campaign, for sure. Multiplayer-wise, though, it's a toss-up, because I had so many... I do have a lot of fond memories of playing Halo 2 online on the OG Xbox. But Halo 3 as well was a magical time on Xbox 360 online. So it's a toss-up between the two for me for multiplayer, to be honest. But since 3, the multiplayer has definitely gone downhill. But ODST, definitely my favourite campaign. What about you guys?
I'm Reach. Halo Reach is my favourite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Reach is my favourite as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, it's good. That's a good choice. I just like the dark and gritty nature of ODST, and you're playing as the normal Marines. The vibe at the time, it was just something completely different to playing as Master Chief standard Halo. You know, it was good, really good at the time. Yeah. Cool. Right, those are the only questions we had. Oh yeah, someone put this in the Discord, which is quite interesting. So, I talked about while we're talking about Halo, I'm going to put this picture on the Discord. I've put it in the chat. So I talked about earlier about some people complaining about characters, about the more female Marines, etc. Something that I like. Someone put a picture up. One of the Marines on the first level sitting at a computer screen was a dude in Halo Original and in an Anniversary. In the new one, they've changed him for a black woman, right? So from a white dude to a black woman. But Marty O'Donnell actually replied to this tweet, and Marty O'Donnell did the music for Halo. And he said that in the original, the face scan of the Marine sitting there was the face of one of the engineers, Matt Seeger, and he also programmed the audio engine. So they removed him, who was an integral part of helping make the game, for some random woman. So I just wanted to mention that because that's pretty crazy that they would do that. What's the next bit of news? Oh, yeah, this is quite interesting news. According to Digital Foundry, Microsoft are planning to keep support for physical game discs on their next-gen console, which is obviously is the complete opposite to what PlayStation are doing with the next console going away from discs. Which I think is quite strange, to be honest, because obviously Microsoft haven't made an official announcement on this, but the rumours are certainly swirling, not just here, but in lots of corners of the internet, that Xbox is going to keep supporting discs in the future. But a lot of their own studio games don't release on disc. You know what I mean? So it's just a bit odd.
Yeah, I know. It's a strange one. It's like, are they doing it just so that they can keep the people that have got stuff that's backwards compat?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of it is going to be to do with the backwards compatibility thing. Like Microsoft have always prided themselves on their back compatibility.
Yeah.
So that would help with the back compatibility, at least having a CD drive option or something on the system so you can still access and play your old disc games at least.
Yeah, for sure. It would be interesting to see.
That's another thing that's going to put off a lot of people with the PS6. If that doesn't have any sort of form of disk drive or an add-on disk drive, it instantly puts off people that have like a huge collection of physical PlayStation games from upgrading to a PS6, because there's no way they can play those games on that system.
Yeah.
Unless they were bought digitally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, what would be interesting to see if the next-gen Xbox, if it does support discs, if it actually has a disc drive built into it, or if they go the PlayStation route and sell you
I imagine
an add-on.
It'll be a separate add-on. I imagine that would be.
Yeah, I reckon.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be an add-on like the HD DVDs we had with Xbox.
I'd rather it was an add-on like they did with the PlayStation, because obviously it still looks like a proper PlayStation. It doesn't look like you've got a disk drive on a USB plugged in somewhere else.
Now,
also, if it goes wrong, you change it.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing I want to know from you two is, because you're massive PlayStation fanboys. Well, they're your main consoles, at least. And obviously, you're both very physical-minded people. If Xbox does go, I mean, it's rumoured, but if they did go full, like continue to support full physical games on the next-gen system, would that push you to go to Xbox next-gen? Not thinking of prices.
PS6. If the PS6 is all digital, I won't buy one.
Yeah.
No, I won't be buying one either.
It's not what I want for a games console. It's a download box. I don't want a download box on a games console.
But if Xbox allowed you to buy physical games still, you'd be all right with that. You'd be like,
definitely.
So long as the games are actually, as in they are releasing them on disc, because you know what Microsoft are like with certain stuff.
Of course. Of course. Now, this is leading on to my next bit of news. If I can actually fricking find it in my list of news, because I'm going out of order here. The prices of the next gen consoles.
Oh yeah, I won't be buying one anyway.
No,
if this is the price of these ones.
Yeah. However, there's been news today, and I'm trying to find. Why are my links all over the fucking place? I've got too many links here. The prices of the Xbox consoles are being increased again, and I've just found it, in Europe and the UK. Now remember this in your brains. At launch, Xbox only had a Series X and a Series S. The Series X at launch was £450, right? And it had a disc drive. I can't remember how much the Series S was. I do apologise. I cannot remember for the life of me. But now, the Series S, the Series X, like the standard one with the disc, right? $450 at launch, 6 years later, is now being increased to £670. Oh my God. Right? That is fucking mental.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a huge increase for a 6-year-old technology. You know? I am flabbergasted by that. Absolutely flabbergasted. That's my word of the day. All right? The Series S.
Your has been flabbered.
Yeah, the Series S is £430 now.
Jesus. Dear than Switch.
Yeah.
I don't know the 369 at the moment.
Yeah, well, I paid for my Series S. I did buy it from CEX secondhand, though. £220 when I bought mine. And I don't think it was too far off full price then, you know.
Yeah, I paid $369 for my X. That was from CX. No, it wasn't from CX. It was eBay.
Oh,
the original one I bought. The original one I bought, whatever they were brand new when they came out with the PS5s. What were they? $450, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I sold that when I went all PlayStation, and then I thought I'm going to buy another Xbox, only because I was very worried that was going to be the last Xbox with a disc drive, because that worried me as well, because I thought I've still got loads of Xbox stuff anyway. And $369. Oh, and that came with a load of games as well off eBay, which was good. And I traded them in, and I think it was $300 in the end.
I mean, obviously we all know why. It's all because of AI. I actually watched an interesting video about it today. I did actually put it in our Discord, and what it is, obviously, we all know, but it broke it down quite well about how these AI companies and big tech companies like Microsoft for Azure data centers, and that's all, they're buying all these data centers, are buying up all the RAM at massive bulks of it for their data centers for AI, and it's obviously leaving less for the consumer market. Micron, that made the Crucial brand, have actually stopped making the Crucial RAM sticks for general consumers now, because they're making so much money from these big companies for the data centers. They're not concentrating on the consumer market. So obviously there's less companies now, and they've got kind of and there's only like 3 or 4 companies in the world that make memory. So they've kind of got a stranglehold on it. So they've become a bit of a mafia now, where they've jacked up all their prices anyway, and they're not wanting to make more because it's artificially keeping the prices high, and they're just raking it in. But it's obviously hurting everyone, because it's putting everything up in price. It's not just your games consoles or your PCs. It's, your cars, your phones, your tablets. It's everything you can think of that requires memory is going up in price because of this. So like console gaming is just is one part of that, And it's just really weird to see like what a weird state we're in, because usually 6 years into a generation, you like prices are slashed to half price just to get more consoles out there. Like, you know, and this old tech is 6 years old, and it's, you know, gone up by 200-300 quid from them, which is insane. And this is my concern with obviously the future of console gaming in particular, because, you know, so like these companies are trying to make money in other ways, and Sony are doing this by doubling down on stopping physical by 2028 because they want to take control of how much money, like they want to make more money from the games they sell, because they'll just be through their stores, so they'll be able to rake in more of those profits. And obviously, because parts are so expensive, like how much of these next consoles going to be is another factor I was going to talk about a little bit earlier. And my question to you guys is, I don't know if you feel the same as me. Like, I have zero excitement for next gen in the console market, and this is the first time I felt like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's purely, well, there's a couple of reasons. One is the price, and that's a big factor. I think this is going to be the first generation where we see games consoles at over £1,000. You know, the rumours are just the components for the PS6, and this was months ago when I saw this bit of news, was like $960 just for the components. That's not the factories, the people to build it, the shipping, and all of that bollocks on top, you know. That's purely was just the components. It's probably got even more now. So that's a big factor. Secondly is how much a game's going to be. I reckon games are going to be more expensive. Obviously, we've got no physical, so there's no resale market as well. So it's becoming a hobby in the future in the console market, especially. I feel that's going to be for the more well-off gamer, you know. And it's sad to see, like, and also exclusives. Like, I put a thing on Discord, I think it was in the PlayStation chat. Yeah, PlayStation exclusives by generation. This generation, we're 6 years into PlayStation's generation, and they've only had 13 exclusive games this generation, which is pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. The PlayStation 1 had 454, PS2 514, PS3 180, PS4 58, PS5 13. I mean, that is astonishing. You know? So, yeah, it's not, and I hate to be a downer because I like to have some positive gaming news, but this is just awful, you know. So, because there was news they had, Sony are doubling down on this. Like, so they did a statement.
It's a shareholders thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let me just read a tiny bit of it. We announced that from January 2028 onwards, we will no longer be manufacturing discs, so 1.5 years ahead. There are various reasons we made this decision. The biggest is that the digitalization of contents overall has been progressing. That's the big factor. It's not just PlayStation, it's for all kinds of content. So when we think about the future, we put a lot of thought and time. We cautiously considered this, and we came to this conclusion. To this decision, we have received various opinions. People have strong views, and we understand that the community has put forth those views to us. Games are loved by many people. It's a form of entertainment that's loved by people, and it's connected to people's fond memories in many cases. We understand these emotions. We want to consider that. And in the future digital ecosystem, how do we engage the gamers is something that we would like to continue to explore further. So basically, shut the fuck up, gamers. We don't give a fuck about you. Digital or fuck off. That's basically what they're saying. So, yeah, I'm not... It's weird because, like, on a personal note, obviously, like, I'm a bit of a flip-flop, as you know. I travel from system to system. And I was big trying to get back into PlayStation around December last year and onwards, buying games, like physical games for it and that. And all this news about PlayStation this year, it's just put me right off the brand, you know. Like, and I've been a PlayStation gamer since PS1, you know. obviously since original Xbox, it's been my secondary console, but I've always bought one at launch because I've always loved the exclusives, and back in the day, there was a lot of forward thinking with technology. You think of the PS3 with PlayStation Home, the original George Foreman version, where you could had the physical, you could play the PS1 and PS2 games on it just because I had the hardware in it, at the time, and it was quite revolutionary, and then it's just gone a bit meh. It's just bizarre. Like, I don't get it. It's just a weird place for Sony to be in, I think.
Yeah.
Not good at all. Let's get into the next bit of news. What's this one? Oh, yeah, a bit more PlayStation. Oh, my goodness. Some more bad PlayStation news, and I think Stunty actually brought this to my attention.
Oh, God, what, the Silent Hill? Sorry, BioShock.
Yes, BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
If you bought this... if you bought this digital on the PS3 back in the day, your license has now expired and you can no longer play it.
So, like, these things actually existed even all the way back then in digital space. Well done.
All right, you could turn around and say, oh, but who's going to play that now? It's like 20 years old or whatever it is. And then it was redone on the PS4 as well. Well, how long is it before it's then deleted from the PS4 versions? Because that must have a license on it as well. This is only the start. This is just going to get worse for Sony. And this is going to really push
I just
push them
hate
off
the
the
fact that, like I say, my main annoying shite with the digital future is creative things just completely vanish.
Yeah.
Completely vanish. Just disappear completely. Erased.
Yeah.
Just gone. And I hate that for some of the stuff that's been created. It doesn't deserve to be erased or just dissipated into nothing. People should still be able to access it.
And this is not...
Especially if they pay money for it.
And this is not good news for Sony at the moment because obviously they're going through the whole digital, like we've just said, like they announced they're going digital only from 2028. And then last week on the Patreon episode, we were talking about how Vita games, like people have lost licenses for their Vita games, so that they can no longer be played. And now you've got this on the PlayStation 3. Like, it is not good for the preservation of games. And I think it's vitally important. You go back to older generations, we've still got the discs and the cartridges, we can still play them and without issue, and now it's like, what the fuck? And this is pushing people now towards more piracy, which people, which these people don't want. There's a lot more things popping up now in the modding community for hacking your PS3 and your PS4, Xbox 360 as well. Like, they can now all be easily hacked, and you can sign it into, shall we say, dodgy servers and just download all the games for free now anyway. And it's pushing more people towards that. And this is not what Sony and Microsoft want, but this is what their people are being pushed towards for preservation and playing the games that they love and cherish, But this shouldn't be happening. You shouldn't be losing for licenses for games you've purchased, but in physical or digital. You should have it for life. It's absolute bullshit. So not good. Not good at all.
No, not good at all.
Bad. Like, Sony's getting a lot of shit at the minute, and rightfully so. Like, it is just shite. Oh, that bit of news is just repeating what I just freaking talked about.
There was another Xbox game that was delisted this week as well.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, completely delisted off everything. Even if you owned it, it's gone.
What game was that?
Inaccessible. Again, random game I haven't heard of, like before last week when I think I brought it up about some previous games.
What game was it?
I don't know, like I just said. Indie game.
Sorry, you were quite muffled.
Sorry. It's all right, it's unknown. It's delisted, it's unknown.
Yeah.
Let me see. Another Xbox game has been hard delisted from the Microsoft Store this month ahead of its upcoming definitive edition released. Space Tale Every Journey. Is that it?
I don't know, maybe. I just remember seeing that there was another game that was...
okay.
Was it delisted?
Okay, yeah. Wow. Yeah, Space... Yeah, Tale Every Journey. Okay, looks shite, but yeah, that's still not good. We did talk about this earlier as well, but it's in my news. EA acquisition is set to close on the 4th of August. EA's been purchased by a Saudi Arabian public investment fund for $55 billion. That's a large chunk of change.
They get that back from the football game, probably.
They fucking well, wouldn't they? Yeah. So, yeah, man. So there's that. It's a strange place to be in. I'm surprised it's been valued at less than Activision, but I suppose Activision had King and all that as well, didn't it? And that makes quite a lot. So, oh fuck, what have I done? I've cocked up my spreadsheet. Hang on. And what's this one? Oh yeah, I know none of us play this, but I just thought it was quite interesting to see how much this makes. Roblox in Q2 this year has made $1.5 billion in just a quarter.
Wow.
Jesus. That's insane, isn't it? I've never played it, but obviously the kids love it, doesn't they? Do love a bit of Roblox. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of money. For a game I think looks shite, but there we go. This is quite interesting as well. Guess how much money Xbox has made in the last year? Without looking at the spoilers of my picture.
Lots.
What do you think, Darren?
I wouldn't have a clue, to be honest. It could be minor. They might not have made money. They might have lost money.
Well, Xbox didn't make money. No, Xbox lost money.
Okay, well, let me tell you.
Business made money.
Let me tell you. Xbox made nothing. Minus $1.7 billion last year.
Wow.
Yes.
Game Pass is working.
LinkedIn made Microsoft $2 billion. What the fuck? That's just from subscriptions to LinkedIn. Like Xbox is minus $1.7 billion. That's insane. Where the fuck is all this Game Pass money going? I don't know. But
to pay for the games.
That is insane. Like, no wonder they're making people like redundant and trying to sort things out there. They can't carry on like that. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, they have got to tread carefully, Xbox. Obviously, I think if they fuck up with their whatever it is they're planning next,
yeah,
I can see Microsoft being like, you know what, I'm done with it.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to sell it, the Xbox business, to like Amazon or something.
Oh God, right. That would be the death.
Yeah, but it's, you know, someone would buy them, wouldn't they? Get rid of the Game Pass, or just put the Game Pass bit like the original Xbox Gold. You used to get the free games, and just all the new games you have to pay for again.
Do you know who I would love to see buy Xbox? There's only one company that I want, that I would be happy to be sold. Darren got it in one. Sega.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Mm.
Because in my mind, Xbox really is the spiritual successor to Dreamcast.
Don't think Sega actually make that much money, though, do they?
Oh, they make loads of money from their games, don't they? Like,
yeah, but,
you know, it's all like the Sonics and the Yakuzas and all that. And they publish a lot of games as well.
Make that much. Yeah, I know they do publish stuff, but I'm not sure about the Yakuza games sell that well. I think they do sell, but they're not massive hits, are they? They're quite niche, aren't they? Which is good, which is what I want them to be. I still want to play Dark Tides, Yakuza 3.
Oh, so good. So good.
I know it's one that came out last year you can get for quite a steal now as well, can't you? The Pirate Yakuza and Hawaii one.
Yeah, I've still got to finish that. I need to go back and finish that. I'm quite near the end on that. Don't know where the disc is, though.
Oh, not good.
Oh, it's around.
That's all my news. Is there anything I've missed?
No.
Probably, again, quite a lot, but it is what it is. Oh, there was a controversy with the Shift Up, wasn't it? For putting out like a horrible AI music video promoting.
Oh, really?
Stellar Blade Blood Rain or whatever it is.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Mm.
I kind of, I don't know why they didn't just release the music and have like a artwork in the background or something, rather than just sort of thinking, oh, well, we'll do like an AI video of the character just looking like Gen AI does. When you look at stuff and you're just like, yeah, AI. Because it all just kind of looks exactly like the same.
Yeah.
There's no like artistic standout to it or anything. It's just kind of, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a backlash from that. But apparently the guy who makes it's like a huge fan of AI. So it's like, oh.
Yeah. Fair enough. Just talking about Game Pass then, while we're talking about Xbox. There's some, obviously we've had Halo. Another game came out this week, which I'm yet to try, called Mistfall Hunter, which has got lots of positive reviews.
Extraction game.
Yeah, it's got lots of positive reviews on Steam, so I'm quite keen to check that out. I'll try and check that out this week. Hell is Us also released last week. Obviously, I've already finished it before, but it's a fantastic game. So if you've got Game Pass, do check out Hell is Us. Also coming this week, we have Beast of Reincarnation on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Which looks absolutely fantastic.
It's actually looking pretty damn good. I'm quite slightly excited for that one.
Yeah, I am as well. It does look pretty cool.
Pretty good.
And then we've got the new Plague Tale game coming out on the 27th of this month as well on Game Pass, Resonance. And I do love a Plague Tale, so a couple of the good games coming this month anyway, by the looks of things.
And then we'll be into September, and that's the crescendo of everything kind of slapping itself down before GTA.
Yeah.
And you got,
which may or may not get a trailer at some point this week, who knows? Yeah.
The other game that's coming out at the end of this month, actually, that I was quite intrigued by, but I never played the first one, was Mortal Shell 2. It's getting lots of praise.
Yeah, I never finished the first one.
Beta test, wasn't there, for it?
Yeah, I've heard it's really good compared to the first. The first one they said was quite small, but this one's like really, really good. Yeah, worth checking out. It's a bit of it's a Dark Souls style game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, I played quite a lot of the first one on it was an Xbox. I played with D-Twin, who was on the PlayStation, because it's co-op. But we never finished it. But yeah, certainly very good.
Yeah, I never played the first one. I don't think I did. I never know what I play half the time.
It's a problem when you're using these subscription services. You're like, yeah,
I know.
Did I play that? I can't remember. And then they do the thing of a game comes off the service and then they bring it back like 6 months later and it shows up as a new release and you're like, I've already got achievements for that. Oh, must have played it before. That happens to me all the time. Oh dear. Cool. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I'm done, I think.
Yeah. I think we're done. It's all good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to try and finish Halo this week, which will be good. I'm going to try to check out Beast of Reincarnation as well. So that looks good. Probably end up playing some more Battlefield and a few other bits and pieces. So good times. Good times indeed. All right, lovely. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. It's been awesome as always. So from all of us here, thank you very much for joining us. A big shout out to all the Patreons. You are super duper awesome. And also the Discord boosters. We got another Discord booster this week. So the Discord is at level 2, which means we get better audio quality for recording the podcast, which is absolutely fantastic. And everyone gets better video streaming if they want to stream their video to other people. And we get, I've got custom roles going on now and a banner for the Discord. You can see it there. I've got a little banner there and everyone's got little role icons and it's just makes it super, super cool. So, and you can upload bigger pictures and you get more, you can write more stuff. It's all good. So anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been awesome. We will see you next week. Goodbye.